What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? I'm doing great. How is everybody else doing? Darren said oil up. Well, you want me to oil up real early, don't you, Darren? How about you oil up for me? You said how fast those blades, do the blades go on max speed? They go way too quick for what we need. Hashtag oil up. No, see, y'all starting this too early. Too early now, we just got started. And y'all already starting this oil up stuff. Well, I did have to oil up the shafts, to be fair, so, you know, this is just science. There's nothing more to it than just science, right? So you're one of the brighter lights in my life right now? Oh, man, thank you so much. Truly, I mean, look, I just want to inspire at the end of the day. Father, yeah, I am your father, I am your daddy. Mace, thank you for the appreciate you, man. You're always buying badges on Instagram, showing love and support. Thank you guys on TikTok. Thank you, Joshua, for the roses on TikTok. Thank you, Greg Jones, for the $5 early stream Cash App donation. I appreciate you, Greg Jones. You said, how much fuel have you made? So I would, if I had to guess, right, like how much fuel I've made out of all my machines over the years, I've probably altogether made 10 gallons. Maybe a little bit more, but my other machines were not really focused on making the liquid fuels as much, right? Like the gallons, it was making more of gaseous fuels. But this machine, we got a better condenser on here to hopefully give us more liquid fuels. And what's the wattage you're running on the magnetron? The magnetrons are each, they're about between 800 watts and 1,000 watts. Now, I'm getting magnetrons from various sized microwave ovens, so that's why we have to put an electrical meter on there and not just guess, because some of them are 800, some might be 1,000, some might be 1,200, you know? So it's best to just put an electrical meter on to know how much energy we'll be consuming when we have this thing operating. I'm trying to get the perfect angle to where everybody can see the blades spinning, because we got YouTube as well. They haven't seen the blades spinning yet on YouTube. I want to make sure I'm not getting my big head in the way on Instagram or on TikTok. Goodness gracious. Okay, there we go. Everybody can see the blades now. Great. You guys on Instagram can barely see them, but yeah, so blades are in there, blades are spinning. What we're going to be doing today, I got the plastic shredder last week. I'm going to open up the plastic shredder, put it together, so then we can put some plastic in here, shredded plastic in, and make sure the blades push it down well like they're supposed to, right? It's a little bit windy. So once we do that, once we can confirm the blades do push down shredded plastic like they're supposed to, then guess what? Hey, Joshua Woodruff with the $50 donation on Cash App. He said for fuel creation. Joshua, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate your contribution to the project and to history so much. And I mean, it goes so far. Like I said, we got this plastic shredder. We got this far because of you guys, all these parts, the manways, everything. You said this is way better than TikTok. Hey, yo, guys, if you want the best quality live stream, go to my YouTube channel. It's in my bio. It's NatureJab, just like on TikTok. Every social media, YouTube is the best quality, okay? But guys, look at this, right? Let me show you something. This is the whole point of the manway. Got the blades in there, guess what? The lid is closed. See? And when that lid is closed, it's airtight. So that's the whole point of that manway system. And that's why when people are saying, why don't you just put a shaft through it? I'm telling them, like, that's not the whole engineering design of this is not applicable for that. G-Maze, thank you for another badge on Instagram. Seriously, guys, I appreciate every one of you donating. It means so much, and it helps so much, too. It goes so far with this project. Trust me. I mean, you can see it yourself. Going relentless on the work here, and I will always go relentless on the work. You know, hey, everybody knows what it is. Hold up. Y'all know what it is. Look. Do the equation. Plastic plus microwave equals bloody gasoline in it. NatureJab.com/merch. There we have it. The pyrolysis equation, baby. You know what it is, okay? Thank you, JDI, for putting my Cash App in the YouTube chat. I appreciate you, man. Matter of fact, let me make you a moderator if I can. Can I? Yeah, I can. Okay, boom. Make you a moderator, man. I appreciate you. Yeah. There we go. Boom. Make you a moderator on YouTube. I don't even have many moderators on YouTube. Okay? we're still getting YouTube picked up now, okay? But you know, to everybody that wants to see the machines running or making fuel, go on my YouTube channel. Because I've been doing this for years and I'm just building my 5th machine, but to build my 5th machine means I had 4 functional machines before this. So you can see all 4 of my past machines running on YouTube today, right now. You don't have to wait. But if you want to see this machine run, you gotta wait. Sorry. Are you planning to bring anything to market or any plans? Yeah, we have to bring this to market. That's the only way to make it work on the world. Look, I'm not just doing this as a hobby. I'm doing this because I really want to tackle plastic waste as an issue. I really want to solve that problem in the world. So the only way we're going to do that is if this is a business, if this is brought to market. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Sorry, guys, on TikTok. I don't know. I'm trying to get this perfect camera angle where you can see me and the machine. There we go. Thank you for the 50 stars on Facebook. Blondell Raphael, I appreciate you. Is it energy effective? So I don't know about this machine because we haven't run it yet, right? We don't have those calculations, but my past machines were. My past machine, well, not my past machines, but my past machine, my best machine of the past was energy effective. And that's why we're even doing this, okay? Because we got some great results from the past machine, very promising, and we're like, okay, if we make this bigger, if we make this better, then in theory it'll be even better, right? We gotta see, but that's what it is. That's science, right? Zach the VLK, I appreciate you, man, for the badge. You said, are you gonna add fiberglass on the blades on the inside? I was giving it some thought, and I don't think I will. I don't think I will. And let me tell you why, Zach. First of all, I sprayed some WD-40 in there, right? On every single blade. It spins way better now. You can barely hear it. Okay, for one. That's just oil from WD-40. When we actually have plastic in here, the plastic is going to lubricate the blades. The oil that's made from the plastic is going to lubricate the blades. The carbon is going to lubricate the blades. The blades will pretty much never be metal to metal once this thing is up and running. Never. And I'm not speaking this just in theory. I'm speaking this from experience. This is my 2nd reactor with blades like this. My Mark IV reactor, which you can go on YouTube and watch the videos right now. NatureJab on YouTube. Go watch the videos right now in my bio. I have blades. There's no issues with the blades. They're not scraping the metal. There's no metal shavings. There's no, the metal isn't thinning out, because when the machine is in operation, there's so many layers of oils and crap. It's like the piston rings in your engine. It's metal to metal, but they have that film of oil, so it doesn't destroy itself. So I don't have, you know, probably when we make this industrial and it's much bigger, way heavier blades, way longer operations, we probably want to add a liner, right? A fiberglass or something. But I don't think it's going to be worth it right now at home. Of course, we'll see. And if I have to, I always can later. It won't be easy later, but I always can, right? So I just don't think it'll be worth all the hassle, considering I've already done this before, and I already didn't have issues before. Why am I gonna have issues now? I mean, I know this is gonna be continuous, but with it being continuous, that means there's gonna be even more oils and even more carbon in there at all times, right? So if anything, it's gonna be even less of an issue, but we'll see. It's a hypothesis, it's a theory, right? Because I haven't built a continuous one before, but I have put blades in a machine before and ran the machine for probably close to 100 runs and had no issues. But right now, it probably is scraping the metal a good bit. Because for the most part, it's metal to metal. Like I said, I sprayed some WD-40 to kind of reduce that. But you need some thicker oil in there. You know what I'm saying? Like some transmission fluid, some motor oil crap. When you put the plastics in there, the oil that comes from the plastics is pretty thick and viscous ever. So do you power your house with it? All right, let me tell you guys something. This machine is not a power plant. This machine is meant to get rid of plastic waste. in an effective and environmentally friendly way that you can even do it right there at your house, right? It's not meant to be a power plant. Now, it just happens to be that in getting rid of plastic waste, we happen to make fuels and oils and natural gas and carbon and coal, okay? So that's amazing. But we need to remember the priority and the focus. Thank you for the donations on TikTok, Eli. I appreciate you for the lightning. You need to remember the focus, okay? Hey, thank you, JD. I appreciate you, man. I think you could pin it. I think you can pin that. Maybe I can pin it. In the, matter of fact, can I make somebody a mod in the Facebook? Can I do that? Can I do that as well in Facebook? Make somebody a moderator? We need moderators. I don't think I can. No, I don't think I can make somebody a moderator in Facebook. I can't see on the mobile, JD, but I know you could pin things in the YouTube chat. But I just don't know how to do it mobile, JD. But I appreciate you. Thank you, Positive, being on TikTok. I appreciate you. But anyways, to answer your question, yes, you could power your house with this. Because you get natural gas, you get fuels, you can put it in a generator and run your house. But that's not the goal. The goal is to get rid of plastic waste. That's the goal, that's the focus, right? Above all else. So as long as we're getting rid of plastic waste, in a way that's sustainable, that is economically and monetarily viable, and that's all that matters. And most importantly, is safely too. Get rid of it in an environmentally safe way. We don't want to get rid of it and create more pollution than the plastic caused itself, right? When we get rid of plastic waste with this, we want it to have a lower pollutive footprint than it would have had we left it in the environment. Or did I say that wrong? We want it to have a lower footprint than it would have had. Wait, what? We want the plastic waste, right? We turn plastic waste into fuel. We burn that fuel. We want that fuel to cause less damage to the environment than the damage the plastic was doing to the environment when it was just left in the environment. That's what I'm trying to say, right? That's the whole point. Because obviously, what is the point of just doing one thing to hurt something else even more, right? That's stupid. Right? The whole point of this is to truly get rid of and destroy plastic waste while not just being like all these other big companies dumping tons of toxic crap in rivers while trying to, say they're doing something good. Okay? We're not doing that mess. Okay? Because you know why? This machine is zero waste. This machine has zero emissions. This machine has zero pollution. Every single thing from this machine is valuable. Every single thing from this machine can be reused. Even the filters that we filter the fuels with. Guess what happens? When those filters are spent and used up, guess what you do? Throw them in the machine. I'm just saying. You know what happens? Sometimes I have oil spills. Like, I'm refining my oil into gasoline. I spill some of my gasoline on the ground. Guess what? Take a rag, soak up all that gasoline with the rag. But no, I don't throw that rag in the trash. Guess what I do? I throw that rag right in the machine. Extract that gasoline right out the rag. See what I'm saying? We don't have waste when we're doing this like how we need to be doing it. That's the whole point. We're changing the game because in the industrial processes and DuPont and all these places, historically, it's always been a big company dumping a ton of their waste in the ground, in the rivers, and whatever, just flaring it, burning it off. We're changing that, okay? We're changing the game. We're gonna bring a process to the world where every so-called waste product can be made into something valuable like fuel. So that's the point. You said do an interview with Thunderfoot? Yeah, I would like to. Do an interview with Thunderfoot. I wonder what Thunderfoot would think, because this is absolute science, and there's a plethora of research papers on it. So any actual scientist, right, is probably not even very impressed. Well, they might be impressed at the scale I'm doing it, like in my backyard, but not even impressed in the sense of like, oh, turning plastic into fuel, of course, right? But in terms of doing it with microwaves at a certain degree, certain scale, certain level, that's what I would like to think, or talk to a scientist in the field about, like, what do they see about it, actually, or what they think about it, because they know that we've been doing pyrolysis for a while, traditional pyrolysis, but microwave pyrolysis has had issues being scaled up. And that's exactly what I'm proposing. Let's scale it up. Let's make a design that can be scaled up. And I just happen to be doing it in my backyard. Except the YouTube is lagging. Let me try something. I'm gonna try something to fix the YouTube. Yes, you can put poop in the reactor too, and it will make fuel out of it. Like I say, anything organic will be made into fuel, and that's just what it is. Make sure the seals are good. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Reggio, for the badge on Instagram. You're saying you're watching this while doing yard work? Hey, God bless you too, LaMarcus. God bless you too. Hey, is YouTube better, guys? Is the YouTube connection better? You said making shit out of shit. I love it. I mean, look, think about it, guys. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, right? Okay? We gotta keep it real. Diapers from babies is a huge chunk of waste because there is nothing up to this point that anybody wants to do with those diapers, right? You know how little amount of people even use compostable diapers, let alone would actually compost diapers, right? We have to solve that. Just think about how much is ending up in the landfill every day, every year. This is a solution right here because the diapers are made of plastic. Nobody wants to deal with that shit, literally. There's no one in there. Destroy it completely. It's a completely different product now. Nobody cares. It's fuel. You're burning. Your car is drinking the fuel, not you. So your car doesn't care if you're drinking shit fuel. I'm just saying, guys, we gotta keep it real. Every single form of waste in this world needs to be remediated. We need to change our mindset of it. Every single thing that's waste. Because every single thing that's waste is energy. In nature, there's no such thing as waste. In nature, there's no such thing as landfills. In nature, there's no such thing as trash. In nature, one man's trash is another man's food. In nature. And guess what? We're just turning all of our waste into food for our cars. Food for our engines. That's it. Food for our generators, which eventually ends up to be food for us. So, you're going to be eating shit soon. Because you know what? We're going to take some diapers, turn diapers into fuel, run that fuel, run a tractor that's going to grow your food that you're going to eat on your table. That's called a circular economy. My wife and I use reusable diapers for that very reason. I mean, yeah, it's real. I mean, people are going to be like, oh my goodness, that's gross. But I mean, you got to keep it real, right? If you actually are somebody that is really trying to, like, I guess you could say, reduce your footprint. I mean, like, diapers and, even things like tampons and stuff. It's like, those are hard, because, like, those are things that are the most expendable possible because nobody wants to mess with them after they've been used, right? Even condoms. But this is a solution to everything because it chemically destroys everything you put in there. It's not going to be that thing anymore. And even if it was that thing or had some residues of that thing, you're not drinking it. Your engine's drinking it. Who cares, right? We just got to keep it real, right? But we needed a solution to these things. And I see the same thing as the ocean plastic. Because you look at the ocean plastic, and guess what ocean plastic is, right? It's plastic. Nobody wants to touch. Nobody wants to mess with. It has algae on it. It has crap on it. It has fish piss, fish sperm on it. Whatever. Who knows what's on the ocean plastic, right? But guess what? It doesn't matter what's on it. We put it in here. It turns it into fuel. It does not discriminate. Does not discriminate ever. This machine gets right to the point, turns it all into fuel, and that's period. Yeah, you see the blade spinning? Yes, yes. Peace and love from Alaska. Hey, much love to Alaska. Love to see. We got people all over the world. How scalable is my design? So far, it seems like my design will be pretty much as scalable as it needs to be. Thank you for the 145 stars. Tony Bao on Facebook. I remember you, Tony Bao, because you donated before on Facebook. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jenna, For the $10 on Cash App, I appreciate you, Jennifer. For the $10 Cash App $ NatureJab, I appreciate you. I do use carbon as a catalyst. What city are you in? I'm near Atlanta. Hey, big boy, you think you can fix your connectivity? Okay, I'll fix it. I was switching something around. I gotta get another Ethernet adapter for my other phone for YouTube. Cause I got four. Wait, no, I got 3 Ethernets, but I got 4 phones going on live streams right now, right? So one of my streams will always be laggy because only 3 of them can be Ethernet at once. But I plugged it back into Instagram, so Instagram should be good. But I think YouTube will start lagging now. I think YouTube, let me know if you guys start lagging. Because sometimes, thank you for the donation, Mino. On TikTok, I appreciate you, Mino. Yeah, it's real talk, guy. And it's just crazy to think that now there's a true solution coming about to deal with every bloody thing. The magnetrons heat the carbon or the iron, and then yeah, exactly, Alex Rodriguez. Exactly, said it perfectly. We don't heat up the plastic. We don't heat up the direct thing we put in there. We mix the thing we put in there with carbon or iron, something that absorbs a ton of microwaves and gets very hot. And then when that thing gets very hot and it gets to like 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, it breaks down the thing that we want to break down, and that thing breaks down into carbon. The plastic breaks down into carbon, which then absorbs microwaves, which breaks down the rest of the plastic. So it just ends up being like its own cycle pretty much. Ends up sucking its own nuts pretty much. That's what we're gonna do. Hey, is Instagram better, guys? Is Instagram better? I think this is a cool idea, but the exact chemistry and energy requirements to operate the machines are where I start to have doubts. Using 1 kilowatt magnetrons, I'm using between 800 watts to 1 kilowatt, so I can't say because I'm getting them from scrapyard microwaves. So the connectivity on Insta. Oh, guess what? Guess what? Memory, the Ethernet was unplugged. The Ethernet was unplugged this whole time. No wonder why the connection sucked. So the BPA's in the food. Okay, so what happens if we put plastic in here that has BPA in it? We turn it into fuel. Are we gonna have BPA gasoline? No. I'll tell you why. BPA is an organic molecule. You put it in this machine, the BPA breaks down just like the plastic does. That's the thing. You said okay, I don't know. Is it good now or what? On Instagram, I don't know. So yeah, Alex, to answer your question, Alex Rodriguez, yes. Energy consumption to energy production is a huge goal for every machine I build. Make it as efficient as possible. So, we use microwaves. And why do we use microwaves? Because microwaves cook and heat up the most efficiently. Yeah, memory, I had my Ethernet plugged into my phone, but the Ethernet cable wasn't plugged into the connector. It was like half in, half out. Half stroking it. So that's why it was lagging on Instagram. You said the spiral blades are rubbing? Yeah, just like you were rubbing my balls last night with some good old CeraVe lotion. The blades are supposed to rub. That's how they're designed. And you want them to rub, and I'll tell you why. You want them to rub because when they're rubbing, that means they're touching the belly of the machine. The plastic is going to be at the belly of the machine because obviously gravity pulls it down, right? When they rub the belly, they get pushed forward. If the blades were not rubbing, the plastic would not be moved forward. The point is, you gotta have something in there to lube it up. You know what I'm saying? It's like a water pump. If you run a water pump dry, what's gonna happen, right? You run a water pump dry, it's gonna eventually mess up. This is the same thing. If I run this thing at full speed with nothing in there, no plastic in there, it's gonna actually damage the blades and the inside of the metal because it's running dry. I can run it slow like this, it'll do very little damage. But if I ever want to run this thing quick, I need to have oil in there, I need to have plastic in there, I need to have all these things in there to lube it up. I mean, think about it like this, right? Look, like I said, every time we're on live streams, I like to give analogies because I feel like this is something that like not everybody has done. So it might be hard to like kind of picture what I'm saying, right? Think about it like this, right? Let's say you want me to, let's say I'm about to put my balls in your mouth, right? You open up your mouth is dry. No saliva. I might slip one ball in, right? But when I try to slip my other two balls in, it's just not gonna slide in easy. Because there's no film, you know? You gotta have a film between there to help slide all three of my balls in your mouth, right? You will cause damage. Same thing with this. We gotta have the film of plastic, the film of oil, the film of carbon. That's period, right? That's just what we have to do. It's the same thing as a water pump. Same thing as my balls in your mouth. I'm just saying, you know, just to paint a picture for you. You know, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to be weird. I just gotta paint a picture so you can understand. Because yes, they're rubbing, but they're supposed to rub. Look, just saying, like. I mean, my balls would be scraping the inside of your mouth the same way too. Like if it wasn't, you know, the proper environment. So you gotta get your mouth ready. I gotta get the machine ready. You said WD-40 the balls. Yeah, so I sprayed some oil in there, and they're working way better. Like they're scraping, but it's not loud at all. You said you only got two. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Like you don't have to have three balls. That's fine. Like you know, the analogy works the same. You know. We'll talk. So yeah, I mean, where was I going with that? Oops, lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, so as we say, very windy. But I wanted to tell you guys what happens, okay, to the plastic when we put it in here. We put plastic in the machine. It's sealed, it's closed, it's airtight, no oxygen. We turn on microwaves. And the microwaves, they bombard the plastic. The microwaves diddy the plastic times 25. All right? They do some dirty things to that plastic and completely destroy it altogether. That's what happens. And by the time the plastic reaches the end of the machine, it's no longer plastic, it's carbon. I have a little funnel, it falls out. Boom. Collect our carbon. Continuous operation, baby. And that's the goal. That's what we do. That's what this machine is going to do better than all of my other machines up to this point. Continuous operation of diddying the plastics with microwaves. That's how you do it. Thank you for the donation, Ruby, on TikTok. I appreciate you. Thank you, JD. You said, I also would like to see another demo of diesel. I think you would gain a lot more credibility if you would use a clear jug with a submersible fuel pump. Yeah, for sure. It was always an issue, Alex, of before when we ran the diesel truck, I didn't have much. My machine burned down. Building a big machine, gonna make a lot of fuel. I'll be able to do the most extensive, the most clear test on every single engine we put our fuel in from now on, because I'm going to have tons of fuel. I'm not going to have just half a gallon trying to put in a big old F350 with like 10 foot of lines, right? I'm going to have enough. I'm going to have gallons and gallons. So yeah, of course. We run the jet engine, it's going to be the same. We run a gasoline car, going to be the same. We run a race car, it's going to be the same. Run a jet engine, the actual jet is going to be the same. Run a boat, it's going to be the same. It's all from now on going to be the best it can be. Because I'm not going to be limited anymore, okay? That's why we built this next machine. That's the whole point. Because, I mean, look. I want to see it as much as everybody else. That's why I was like, when we make enough gasoline, I'm running my own car. See, I just had diesel. My car doesn't run off of diesel. I would have been put it in my car. I don't care. All right. Worst come to worst, I gotta flush out my engine. Okay. I mean, what? I'm not saying that like it's nothing, but you know. Point I'm trying to make is I'm running my own car off here. For sure. Once we get enough, I'm not going to the gas pump anymore. And don't tell Uncle Sam. I'm not going there. Uncle Sam's coming to me, trying to fondle my nuts. That's not happening, because you're not going to tell on me. You're not going to snitch. I'm not going to the gas station once I make enough of my fuel, because I'm going to run my gasoline car off of my gasoline. Because, you know, you only need so much. I mean, the goal of the machine is to make between 5-10 gallons a day. That's the goal. 5-10 gallons per run, because the machine runs it continuously so it can run all day, right? Make 5-10 gallons a day. That's all you need. You only need 5-10 gallons a day, and then, you know, collectively over a week, your car's constantly full, unless you drive all, you know, like crazy, right? But that's the best test. You said, will it destroy my intake and exhaust valves? I'm going to figure out. I'm going to figure out myself. Will it destroy my vehicle's engine? We'll figure out. We'll see. The best person to test it is me. Because if it destroys my car, I don't know anybody's shit. You know? If it destroys my car, then guess what? We'll pull the engine out and just have a test bench engine. Make every situation good. Make every situation work for you. We'll have a test. You know? Real talk. Exactly, Luis Gonzalez. The best teacher is experience. So we'll figure it out. But if anything, I can just get me a car off a Facebook Marketplace. Hold on, we got some cash apps that came through. One second, I gotta check these cash apps. Jemiah, thank you for the $5 on Cash App. I appreciate you for the donation and your contribution to the project into history. Jakaro B with the $160 donation on Cash App. Jakaro B, he said, for duplication of the process. Jakaro, I don't know which platform you're on, but whatever platform you're on, tell me what you mean by that. But thank you so much. Zach the B, okay, thank you for another badge on Instagram. Tell me what you mean by that, Jakaro B. But once again, thank you so much for the $160 donation on Cash App. It means so much to me. It helps the project out so much. Thank you for the $5 as well, Jemiah. I appreciate every single one of you for your donations, every single one of you for your support, every single one for all the love. We're making it happen, guys. Plastic into fuel, trust me. And it's more than plastic, too. It's everything into fuel. Let's do it. It's coming together every day. And I got even more work that's going to come today. Trust me, you guys just wait till I go live again. You said, how can I donate? Real Greggy. So we have a lot of options. You can either buy a badge directly on Instagram. You can donate to the Cash App, which is $NatureJab, Venmo, $NatureJab. Or if you're in a different country than the US, you can go to naturejab.com/donate. And then you can donate through PayPal or through GoFundMe or through Stripe, through the website itself. We have pretty much an option for anybody, anywhere in the world. So you can either, you know, is what we have here, or go to naturejab.com/donate. It's in my bio. I appreciate you so much for wanting to support the project. Daquan the lawyer, thank you for the badge on Instagram, Daquan. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully you can be my lawyer, man. when these EPA people come for me. You said, is $1,000 too much for a donation? No, sir. I appreciate you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Chad. I like to see the chemical equations on the unrefined product and the refined product. More processing. Hey, I completely agree with you, Alex. Completely, man. Because listen. Oh, crap. My phone just died on YouTube. Oh, crap. Because the charger fell out. What's up, Brian? I remember you, Brian. Because Brian, you were the person I told you to suck my balls, and you said, okay, I will. I remember you, Brian. You weren't supposed to say okay. You were supposed to be threatened. Alex, what I was saying was I completely agree with you. Because listen, I got to this point that I'm at right now because of scientific research papers I read online. I'm a strong advocate of science. I have to get rid of all my variables. You asked, for example, how many magnetrons I'm using. I say I have different ones, 800 watts, 1000 watts, 1200 watts. I gotta get all the same magnetrons, all the same transformers, all the same capacitors, all the same measurements, you know? So that way I can have true results. I want to actually publish a paper, but I'm not going to publish a paper when I got 1,000 different variables. I want to make it replicatable. So if I'm writing a paper and I'm saying I'm getting this much from this plastic, this bond is broken down with this much heat, you can do it too. If in theory you built this exact machine the exact same way I did, right? But all my machines at this point, since it's made out of scrapyard parts, have been very variable. Very, very, very. That's the issue. So I'm not going to give some half-ass science. If I'm going to do science, I'm doing science all the way, right? You feel me? But when it comes to, you know, basics like measuring output, measuring input, you know, that's statistics, analytics. I got to do that. But when it comes to doing the science, I'm not going to put out a half-ass research paper saying this stuff when I know for a fact I have a million variables going on, and I know for a fact that nobody can replicate it because I have so many damn variables, and I have a machine made out of scrapyard propane tanks, right? So when I have a machine that is actually replicatable, and I have variables that are actually realistic and not stupid, like what this will be now, I can have a real, genuine scientific paper, right? And that's the truth. I'm all about that because I got to where I'm at because of scientific papers. So I have a huge respect for science, and that's why I want to do it right. Do the magnetrons have to be a certain distance from each other when mounted? You know, the further is always the better, but mine are going to be close on this one because of how many we're putting on. We can all, you know, we could put 12 also close, right? And only turn on 6. We don't have to turn on all 12. What's up, Ghostface Mafia? I appreciate you, man. I remember you because you always are showing love and support, man. What's up? Untapped potential energy, you damn right. You know what it is. Plastic plus microwave equals fuel. UTPE, baby. All or none, exactly. That's exactly how I'm like. I'm like, when I'm doing my science paper, I'm going to go in. It's going to be scientific as hell. I'm going to do it right. I'm not going to do some half-ass scientific paper. No. So what is it you do? I turn plastic waste into fuel. Into gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, natural gas, and carbon. And this is my next machine. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and open up my plastic shredder. Get to work. Got some stuff I got to do today. Ghostface Mafia, thank you very much for the badge. I appreciate you. Always showing love and support. Much love to you, brother. So yeah, guys. Gonna get to it. I'll be live again later today. You're going to see. We're going to have some stuff set up. It's going to be very exciting when I come back, okay? I'm telling you right now. Alright, but thank you all. Much love to every single one of you. See you guys soon. So I remember you said you couldn't fit all 12 on. I figured out a way how to fit all 12 magnetrons on. I figured out a way to. They'll just be very tight, very close.